Authorities have made a gruesome discovery. Aborted babies stored in a home freezer.
30 weeks. 30 weeks. Yes.
Is it allowed?
No, it's not allowed.
But who is behind this awful crime? At this stage in a pregnancy, the baby is already formed, which could be seen as murder.
During our operation day, we found 2 fetuses. Right-handedly, we found somebody on the bed being operated. A lot of blood was there.
Caught on the job, the police arrest a number of suspects.
It is a syndicate, as it was said earlier, yes.
Then another shocking revelation. The culprits are fake doctors. The alleged mastermind of the syndicate is this man, Paul Gabanonyo. His partner in crime is a registered South African doctor, William Mohaila.
For now, we've closed them down. They are not operating in the same center. I'm not sure whether they've operated somewhere else.
The bust is hailed as a major success for police, but in clear defiance of the law, with the accused out on bail, the dodgy doctors soon restart their criminal enterprise. Lister Building in Johannesburg houses the largest number of doctors in the inner city. Inside this structure, which stretches over several floors, you'll find all sorts of doctors. However, it's unclear whether all doctors here are qualified medical practitioners. The police concede that catching dodgy doctors is an ongoing challenge for them.
We're having a lot of these bogus doctors, not only at abortion clinics, even the surgeries. There are surgeries that in the past we did establish that they are run by the people who are not registered doctors in South Africa, and people are losing lives.
We heard that the Pela Pila clinic at Lister Building employed fake doctors under the pretense that they were qualified professionals. So we sent our investigator in to see what he could find.
The women's clinic. Is it? She said it's not a receipt. She said Dr. William. Yeah, conversation for now. Dr. William.
I'm office swab 1305 608 706. Now my office swab.
Oh.
We established that the clinic is owned by a South African Dr. William Mohaila. But when we went back a few days later, we found the health department on the premises.
Where are you from?
I'm from SABC.
Oh, who called you?
Actually, I was investigating the doctor.
Okay.
Someone told me.
That will come in.
No, I didn't know about this operation. Yeah, I was still in the process of investigating. Because someone told me that it's fake. I've got the documents.
Yeah, they're fake.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
So I was just coming to check and all of those.
You came at the right time.
Yeah. So you're working here?
No, I'm working in the Department of Health.
Is it? So how
Yes.
did you? Then I would also like to help you.
I came here first and then we passed them. Then we had to involve the police, and it was a long planning from May. We've been planning with the police as to how we are going to come in and bust them. So today,
How long did it take you?
it took us from May.
Is it?
We're like planning, you know? Yeah. Because I came physically here to look at them and ask them. They said they were terminating pregnancy up to 6 months.
Police close in quickly, arresting one suspect.
I have everything, documents.
Yeah, can you explain?
I'm not from Zima, I'm from Ethiopia.
As they move through other sections of the clinic, rounding up more culprits, they are all caught in the act. This bogus doctor was busy performing an illegal abortion.
In this one place where we found the abortion being conducted, there was one chair for the doctor, one chair for the client's friend. It was a boyfriend who was sitting inside there, and another chair and a bed. So this victim was on the bed.
Why do you say it's a victim? Abortion is legal in South Africa.
Yes, I say it's a victim because it was conducted by somebody who is not supposed to be doing it.
6 suspects were arrested. 4 fake doctors, the kingpin of the syndicate Paul Gabanonyo, and Dr. William Mogaila.
They are charged with illegal abortion, actually operating an illegal abortion clinics. They are also charged with in possession of medications, which they are not supposed to be having. And then they are also charged with fraudulent passport. One of the doctor, alleged doctor, has got a fraudulent passport. They are also charged, some of them, with being illegal in the country.
Our investigation found that Dr. William Mogaila and dentist Justice Majasi's registration numbers were used as a front. This created the impression that it was a legitimate practice operating with qualified doctors. The kingpin, Paul Gabanonyo's task is to procure and recruit doctors for the clinic. But all along, these were cheats that posed as doctors. The Gauteng Health MEC says, from the outside it all looks authentic, but when you look closely, it's a scam.
Yes, the practice name is indeed correct in the South African's name, and that has been verified and confirmed that by the Health Professional Council through investigation. However, that registration on its own, as I said, it looks real and kosher from the outside. But when you look into the details of it, the employees who were operating the facility themselves were very far from being genuine and were very far from providing authentic services to the people.
44-year-old Cheslin Elema, a Congolese national, posed as a dentist, but police found she's not qualified to do dental work. The dentist, according to what we have managed to ascertain when we were in court, was a Dr. Majasi.
Yes, it's true.
Have you managed to track him down?
You mean the
dentist?
All the people who were there were arrested, those who were working in those clinics. So even the doctor who was supposed to be a dentist was also arrested.
Majasi was paid 10,000 Rand a month for the fraudulent use of his doctor's number. Mogaila also benefited through several cash payments. It's alleged that corrupt police officers were also on the payroll to ensure the safety at the clinic. Wits Professor Aurelia Sagati says, research shows that some doctors abuse their practice numbers to increase their profits.
It's difficult to assess, but it's something we came across. It seems to be widespread practice, and not just between South African established doctors and foreign professionals. It seems to be widespread across, including between established South African doctors and South African final year, for instance, medical students.
We wanted to know from the health minister if he knew about allegations of mass fraud in the medical profession.
The state won't know until such a doctor is caught, maybe by members of the public, or until they've done something wrong.
So who is meant to ensure that doctors are held accountable when they act unethically? Both doctors are registered with the HPCSA, the Health Professions Council of South Africa. This is the organization that must ensure that doctors comply with the highest standards that the profession demands. But apparently, they lack the capacity to do so.
When our inspectorate office is fully functional, that is exactly the role that that office is going to be playing, because they will be doing inspections in all this practice to see that they are enforcing our ethical rules.
At this stage, it appears that neither the Health Department nor the HPCSA is able to effectively regulate the medical profession. But the health minister says a new law could change this.
It is for this reason that Parliament has passed a law called a Office of Health Standard Compliance, where we'll then help send inspectors out to inspect health facilities to see if they comply with certain basic standards. Up to now, we never had such an office. It's just being established. The board has been chosen. Because they go to inspect health facilities without notice, they are likely to get this type of misdemeanor.
However, the envisaged law might have come a little too late, as doctors like William Mohaila appear to have been operating illegally for a long time. We have managed to track down Dr. William Mohaila. He has been charged with allegedly employing fake doctors to run an illegal abortion clinic. Mohaila agreed to give us his side of the story.
Yeah, it's Frank. I'm here at Nando's, ne? Are you coming? Okay, thank you, sir.
Our meeting is in Yeovil, Johannesburg. After a long wait, Mohaila arrives. He's declined an on-camera interview, but due to the seriousness of the alleged crime, we feel it's in the public's interest that we capture his reaction with a spy cam.
Pele, how long was it running for, this clinic?
Yeah, it's more than 5 years.
So for 5 years you've been running this operation?
Nah, this one, it was just, I think the past 1 year, 1 year is when it became a bit busy. But it's not busy every day. Sometimes you don't see patients, sometimes you can't even pay rent. So it's not like we're printing money.
We found that his clinic has been operating since 2007. Aside from Lister Building, he also has this clinic in N Street, Johannesburg. Their main business is abortions.
So what's the charge?
The charge, me, is contravening a bylaw section because my premises are not... the others, they're saying it's
termination of pregnancy?
Yeah, termination of pregnancy, yes. But myself, they can't charge me with termination of pregnancy because I'm allowed. But they're saying my premises don't have that license. That license, to get it, you must have this.
So they're charging you and...
yeah. Whereas I was busy preparing the practice to abide by those laws, you understand, before they give me a license. Do you understand my problem?
But 5 years is a long time, eh?
Frank, I don't know whether you are
no, I'm just trying to...
Yeah, I don't think you are with me or what. Yeah. You seem to have your own influence.
The regional manager of a private abortion clinic in Soweto says all termination of pregnancy facilities have to be accredited by the health department before they can operate.
According to the Act, any person who's practicing anywhere where the place is not designated according to the Department of Health, it's illegal. Any person, the person might be a doctor or a nurse, but if the person did not undergo the training and become designated to provide the service, it's illegal.
Up to how many months were you doing these abortions? What does the law say? What does the law say?
Frank, if you want to tell me about the law and then tell me about the law is saying about foreign nationals or what, I don't think it's worth having this. Everybody, you bind the law. So now we can't even use the skilled professionals because the law says that a foreigner mustn't do this and this.
However, all evidence indicates that his clinic is unlawful.
Just to put it into perspective, you are the qualified doctor.
Yes.
Then you brought in Paul.
You want to see, yes. Paul is the manager, yes. Run the practice.
And then you employed foreign doctors?
No, don't say foreign, it's assistants, not what like you understand?
So those people, are they not qualified?
They're qualified, yes, they're qualified.
But the police maintain that the accused are not qualified medical doctors.
They are not doctors in South Africa. The allegation is that they are doctors from their countries, but whenever they come to South Africa, there's an exam that they need to write to qualify as doctors in South Africa.
The people conducting the abortions, was it Mohaile or who was conducting the abortions?
It was not Dr. Mohaile. It was one foreign doctor who was conducting this one abortion.
We asked the HPCSA if they were investigating Dr. Mogaile for alleged unprofessional conduct.
For us to investigate a case, there must be a complaint lodged with the Health Professions Council in terms of our Act and our regulations. But in cases where we pick up a matter like this one, either through the media, then the register is empowered by the Act to institute an investigation.
Meanwhile, the police are confident that they'll get a guilty verdict when the matter goes to trial.
We had all the departments joining hands in this one, even our own legal services, and I'm sure we are going to be getting conviction. In one way or the other, we are going to get a conviction. If you have heard some of the charges that were imposed on the arrested persons, some were illegal in the country. So there is no way that as a country we will allow such things to happen in our country.
The raid on the clinic saw equipment being seized, with investigators gathering crucial evidence that will form part of the criminal trial. Mogaile was released on 10,000 rand bail. I asked him if he's not afraid of losing his medical license.
They can't disband me when I tell them. You know, after all the media noise and everything, they know me. Minister Mtale knows about me, how I've helped doctors, our patients here for more than 15 years. They know about me. Here in Gauteng, they know. Mr. Hope Up, you know. He knows about me. He knows me.
And the minister...
The previous MEC of Health, Hope Up, he knows me personally. You understand? Most of them, they know about me.
Okay, so you're a reputable doctor.
No, very good. My standing is very high.
Meanwhile, the health minister says hiring fake doctors is a serious crime that needs to be investigated.
The doctor who has hired them, definitely, if we are to know as a government, will insist that the Health Professions Council take up the matter. I think such a doctor must be struck off the roll.
But despite being caught red-handed, being illegal in the country, and in the possession of fake passports, the accused are released on bail.
We can only argue facts and give facts to the court, but at the end of the day, the decision is that of the court, and it looks at a lot of other issues.
The kingpin, Paul Gabanonyo, was to report to the Hillbrow police station, but our investigation found he did not comply with his bail conditions. This is Officer Mululeka. We asked him if we could see the bail register.
If you look at that, there's no way of telling him. It's 2014. When 2014?
Yes, he must write the dates like this one. This 1, 2, 3, because I was not here. And then that's why now I want to see, because today's Friday. I don't know if Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It's him coming to sign. I didn't see him. So then today I will try to make sure that I see him, that is the one who's coming to sign.
We had our suspicions that the clinic was opened again, so we asked our investigator to go undercover with a concealed camera. This is the reception lady of the clinic. On the right-hand side of the screen is her on the day of the arrest. It appears that she's reporting for work. It's been 2 weeks since they were shut down.
For now, we've closed them down. They are not operating in the same center. I'm not sure whether they've operated somewhere else. One of the difficulties of such businesses or of many businesses or people who are doing illegal things, you cannot pin down an individual. You can only, unless you follow criminal procedures, but you can only blacklist a business in this instance. So they can close down a business and liquidate it and go somewhere else and open another business. And I think we must find a way of blacklisting the individuals. Those who are illegal clearly must be deported outside of South Africa.
We not only found that they were working from the same place, but they now also had another branch, which is situated in the inner city. Here, our investigator makes an appointment to see the doctor.
You women clinic.
Dr. Rosemary.
To our surprise, we spot the kingpin, Paul Gabanonyo. This is him in the lift at Lister Building. He gets out on the 6th floor. We are shocked to find that it's business as usual. As patients are shown to the consulting room, it's shameful that the police have been unable to put an end to this criminal behavior.
It is a syndicate. There's one guy who is actually not a doctor, the way, according to our investigation, but he's the administrator. He's the one who looks for these doctors. He organized these doctors to come and work there from foreign countries.
Despite the substantial proof of this blatant disregard for the law, we wanted more evidence. So we sent our investigator to see Dr. Rosemary, which we had established earlier is a fake. He posed as a patient wanting a sick note.
Yeah, it's something else.
What may I do for you, my son?
Yes, doctor. No, yesterday on Sunday, I felt tired, and I don't know if maybe I overworked myself, but then I felt tired. I slept the whole day, so I didn't even go to work.
So you want a sick note? Is that what you came for, or what?
Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe you can say that as well. Yes.
You know what? I just want to write so that if they follow up the sick letter,
Yes.
they will see it's something genuine. So I'm trying to think, what should we write? You help me as well. What should we write so that that can make you get a sick note for 2 days?
Yes.
Just wait.
The HBCSA says the issuing of fake medical certificates is a crime, a serious violation of their ethical codes.
We do have guidelines also on the issuing of medical certificates and also medical reports. So we stipulate what information should be there, and of course, the name and the signature of the practitioner registered under the Health Professions Act should be the one that appears on that certificate. You cannot have a signature of somebody not registered under the Health Professions Act.
So that is fraud?
That is fraud.
The raid at Lister Building has cast a dark shadow on the country's health sector. With huge challenges in the public health system, some patients turn to private health care, but even here, they are not safe.